Never have I ever proposed or been proposed to in the Big Brother house.
Norman is just trolling, to be honest, or he just decided to punish all the housemates, because why would you choose that particular incident for your never have I ever game when you know fully well that yourself and Sister Mara are the only ones that have done that in the house? So they played the never have I ever game, and if they ask a question like never have I ever done this and you have never, you have to go into the jacuzzi and stand. So that is why this particular situation was somehow, because Norman said never have I ever proposed or being proposed to in the Big Brother house. So you have to say something that you have done, which he has done. He proposed to Sister Mara last night. So those that have never had to go into the pool, which is obviously all the housemates, and then to even make it worse, they were now dancing. So that was just crazy. I'm going to be reading out the never have I ever questions and answers for you guys, and add some brief clips where necessary. Let's begin with Venus. The question she asked was, never have I ever watched porn.
Never have I ever watched porn.
Wow. And they all sat down because obviously they all have watched, and Venus being the one that asked the question, meaning that she has done it. So you have to ask what you have done. So for that one, they all sat down. Nobody went to the jacuzzi or anything. Then Yoli said, never have I ever stolen something. And they also all sat down because, at some point in time, they have probably stolen something. Even if it's meat from a mother's pot, is stealing. So they all sat down.
Never have I ever stolen something.
Then Dinky Bleeze, for her own, she said, never have I ever had a quickie with a colleague. So for that one, most of them sat down because apparently they've done it. The only people that stood up and went to the jacuzzi were Umpo, Ntabi, and Mvelu. So those are the 3 people that have not done it. Then for Umpo, she said, never have I ever pleasured myself in Dubai. Dubai meaning where they stayed for their lockdown, because I've been here in Dubai a lot, and I believe that's where they stayed during their lockdown. So she said, never have I ever pleasured myself in Dubai, and almost all of them sat down. So they were doing things in Dubai to themselves, because obviously everybody had to isolate themselves.
Never have I ever masturbated in Dubai.
So the only people that stood up for that one went to the jacuzzi with Ntabi, Gashwan, and Vyno. They've not done. They didn't pleasure themselves in Dubai. Then the next person was Norman. He said, never have I ever gotten less than 30% for maths. I don't know whether I say maths or maths.
Never have I ever gotten less than 30% for maths.
A lot of them stood up shy. I think it was like 50-50 shy. So many of them were seated and the rest stood up. Dinky Bleeze, Temba, Acacia, Yoli, Vyno, Tato, and Mpo, they all stood up. So meaning they usually get high marks. For Terry, hers was never have I ever shot a doing the do tape. And apparently I did not expect that a lot of them will be seated. I thought maybe it's not something that people do a lot, but apparently it was just like how many people? 5 people that have not done that. I'm like, hey, my ear was full today. The people that have not done that are Acacia, Vyno, Ntabi, Tools, Ntabi, Tools, and Mvelo. So then Vyno said, never have I ever done anything sexual with my parents' friends. Like, never have you ever done anything sexual with your parents' friends. Like, Vyno, what are you doing with your parents' friends, please? What exactly are you doing with your parents' friends? Hey God, like literally almost everybody stood up because like it's obvious. What are you doing with your parents' friends?
Done anything sexual with any of my parents' friends.
I think it was just BU that didn't stand up, so the rest of the housemates have not had anything with their parents' friends. Then the this next one is hilarious because it affected a lot of them. So he said, Tools, this was from Tools, never have I ever kissed someone in the Big Brother house. And you guys know that last night was a kissing spree. So basically, all those people that did not join in the game last night were now made to stand up and go into the jacuzzi.
Never have I ever kissed someone in the Big Brother house.
It was almost like he was punishing them for not joining the game, because those are the only people that are not kissed, except for Tato. Tato, before the game, herself and Libo were already kissed, so she was the only one that was exempted. Then Temba said, never have I ever done the do in a cinema. And people used to, hey, I thought cinema is for like watching movies, like, and eating popcorn and everything, and then people are busy eating other things in the cinema. Like, what's going on? For this one, Dinky Bliss and Tabi, Tato, Sister Mara, Mvelo, Libo, and Venus went to the pool. So basically, they've not done it. It's a good number. I was thinking Dinky Bliss would not stand up, because Dinky Bliss seems like she has done everything. She has done it all. Libo's one was never have I ever had done the do on a car bonnet. I was thinking that everybody would come out, but apparently not a lot of them came out. Dinky Bliss, Zeno, Umpo, Terry, Intabi, and Vyno and Nale were the ones that came out, so they have not done it. Then Venus asks, never have I ever given head. That's like regardless of gender, never have I ever given head. So they all they all sat down. So apparently all of them have been involved in that. This is about spoiling me. I am a child of God. Heavenly race. Heaven is the goal. Then Mvelo, this particular person from Mvelo was almost like he was targeted at one person. He said, never have I ever had meat in the Big Brother's house. And BU is vegan, so he doesn't eat meat, so he was the only one that stood up. Then BU asks, never have I ever pleasured myself using deep heats. Deep heats. BU, what are you doing with deep heat?
Never have I ever masturbated using deep heat. What was he doing there? Although he said that it was not intentional, so I think maybe he didn't know what it was, and then he now decided to use it to pleasure himself until he started feeling the heat, and you know, he said it was crazy. Then Akasha said, never have I ever been in a relationship with a politician.
Never have I ever been in a relationship with a politician.
And I was actually thinking that all of them would stand up, but not all of them stood up. Yeah, not all of them stood up. Some sat. It was Umpo, BU, was Dinky Bliss. Those ones were the ones sitting down. So apparently they've dated politicians. So there are lots more questions actually, like plenty, and I don't. It lasted for so long. So, but I don't think it's something I want to put here. See, the video is already like 11 minutes long, and I'll see how to compress it. So, so far so good. They had their games. People that was one that, you know, instigated it and all. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Love you.